Welcome to Scarf Friends playthrough of Gravity Circuits. I am your host for this playthrough, Flash Trickstar, and I've got Zwat, Giga, and Craig with me.
What's up? This game, if I remember correctly, this released last year, and I heard really good things about it. And speaking of more Mega Man-like experiences, at the time of this video, Berserk Boy is set to release in March.
Yeah, I've been following Berserk Boy for a while. I'm excited to see that one.
I've played it.
That's gonna be a fun one.
I've played it back in 2022. It was a Sage demo. It was when I was visiting Plum, and it is really good.
Alright, so on this game, I've heard comparisons to Mega Man Zero.
It is pretty comparable to that.
Yeah. I've seen some gameplay and I can kind of see it. So, looks interesting. Looks like a very fast-paced game is what we're in for today. The Virus Army. Oh boy. Viruses again.
No, I'm already getting Mega Man X flashbacks. It's the fucking Maverick virus all over again.
Okay, that one of those guys on the right just reminded me of Gemini Man with his design.
You're probably thinking of you're probably talking about a cooler circuit blade.
You know, had the Virus Core had claws on their fingers, they would have been those one guys from Castle Cagliostro.
Or the Mooks from Musashi Samurai Legend.
Oh boy, that game.
Well, good thing they were trying to repair him because otherwise that would have they wouldn't have a hero for today when the Virus Army attacked again.
He hit himself while he tried to repair himself.
I was about to make the same joke.
He wasn't repairing himself. He was being repaired as a gesture of goodwill.
That grid loading screen is missing a Sega Genesis logo.
Uh-oh.
I still need to try out that service on my Nintendo Switch. I have the expansion pack.
But now we're getting into the gameplay, and yes, as you expected, you're in for some very speedy action.
Oh, cool! You can yeet people.
Yep. So this is like Mega Man Zero meets Mischief Makers.
Kind of. It's basically if you took the Chain Rod from Zero 2 and the Z-Knuckle from Zero 4 and mashed them together in a sense.
Yeah, those are basically two of the fan favorites in terms of just idea, aren't they? Like, maybe not so much execution, but the idea of both of them.
The one thing I completely forgot about is that Zero Knuckle, like when you're not grabbing anything, it just looks like you're literally trying to grope something, and I'm like, oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Like, I did get reminded of it until Johnny brought it up in one of his, I want to say, Final Fantasy 14 streams from almost 2 years ago.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the gameplay, and yeah, I can see those two mechanics work very well together. And you have some combos as well.
Oh yeah, you can get a pretty good flow going if you're good enough.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. So our protagonist's name is Kai.
Yep. Each of the circuits has a short name, and Kai's full title is Gravity Circuit, but that Kai is just his name.
I'm a little suspicious about this guy.
I'm sure we'll learn more about him as the time goes on.
Yeah. Citizen, yes. Citizen who's...
No more than 4 colors each, for what I'm seeing.
Falcon Punch!
Of course.
So, and yet another thing we have in this game is special moves, or burst attacks.
Thanks Discord for randomly disconnecting me mid-call while I was trying to fucking explain my thing. I think from an art standpoint.
Oh. I didn't even
about...
realize you got disconnected.
Yeah, it disconnected me for a split second, and then I came back.
Okay, so I heard the
less than
limited
4 colors.
Yeah, because like at least from what I'm seeing, every single sprite in this game, from like the dialogue, portraits, main character sprites, all that, they all, from what I'm seeing, they all adhere to like NES limitations, palette limitations, and I think that's a really neat touch.
I had Game Boy kind of palette thoughts in my mind with how but maybe that's just because they're more monochromatic, and that just makes it feel more like the Game Boy's limited palette.
Yeah, I kind of get that vibe too.
Yeah. Now, obviously, it's not like it's not full pure NES limitations for like say something like Shovel Knight, because obviously the game has parallax scrolling backgrounds with effects going on behind certain layers. That's
it's
not
kind
possible.
of a little
really
closer to like Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because like effects like that's not possible on the NES. So it's like it's a little bit less NES than say what Shovel Knight did, but the effort is still appreciated.
Even then, Shovel Knight does technically cheat a little bit because they couldn't find the yellow they liked from the NES color palettes, so they had to choose the yellow of their own.
Well, yeah, you take advantage of modern technology in small cases, and it's like the people who notice will already be knowledgeable on the subject and and those who don't will not care.
But like more or less, Yacht Club did their homework when it came to that shit. So
yeah.
And as indie games go, Shovel Knight is pretty dang polished.
Yeah.
Like even some of my favorite indie games that do have some hiccups here and there. I will say this, because the currency has like a B with a striker through it, it's just like, oh look, it's Bitcoin if it were actually, if it weren't a scam.
And the previous gardens are your bosses.
Yep, of course, that's why we saw 8 of them standing next to Kai.
Yep.
Metal Plug!
Great, the first boss, the fucking Guts Tank.
You really love that joke. That joke ending.
Which one? Oh, of course, for something that's coming in at a high speed or with enough speed to smash through stuff, I can't help myself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how I am with whenever I get like whenever I'm able to run over opponents with Reef Slider in Splatoon 3.
Or in terms of quote unquote overusing edits, you with the in terms of like quote unquote using over edits, you with that damn explosion clip.
Yeah, Giga and explosion clip go hand in hand.
And that kind of rubbed off on me, of course.
Are we going to see an explosion in this? Well, that explosion in this.
Maybe not. It has been like 5 months since I uploaded these.
Yeah.
Look, I've had RAWs that have been sitting for like 5+ years.
Also, I want to note now, the music in this game is phenomenal. Dominic Ninmark is a grade A composer.
Indeed.
I didn't get a good listen to the boss theme, so.
Well, that was just the intro boss theme.
Colonel. So if it's system block up, do we call that a kernel panic?
God damn it. So yeah, a lot of things are named after a different computer or tech lingo. I don't know exactly what Kai's named after, but each of the circuits are named after some form of a CPU-related thing.
Obviously, because, you know, you need cable to plug into the entire PC, otherwise it's not going to get any sort of work. Otherwise it's not going to turn on whatsoever.
Yeah, and Blade Circuit is named after a fan blade to keep the computer cool.
Like, you need, like, if it's not drawing power from anything, not even a battery, it's not gonna run.
Yes, hello, Cleo.
Yeah.
Yes, commentary with cats. It's always an amusing thing.
And a meowsing thing.
I'm going to slap you.
Bubsy, your check is in the mail. Kronos. Well, no wonder why he's old.
So yeah, we have a small hub, the resistance base.
Though Kronos should be beige because that's what many old computers were colored.
You know, you raise a good point.
Yeah.
Also, despite us being in the future, we have books!
Books!
I mean, someone's
good
got...
physical media still. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Never buy AAA games digitally.
Kai's expression.
Yeah. Kai has some good personality in him. For even though you can only really see like body language or his eyes changing.
Well, that just shows good the people making the portraits had a good grasp of body language. Yeah.
I should mention that Dominic Denmark didn't just make the music for this. He also designed the characters.
Neat.
Ah. Well, there we go.
They're just nice to hold. Ah, yes, the feeling of having actual physical media that you own and the company that tries to delist them can't throw away from the ether, even from your account.
Guy's expression there for a moment, he was just like, fuck's sake, man.
I have still yet to open my case of Resident Evil 4 Remake.
I bought a Sonic amiibo forever ago, and it's still in its original packaging.
I still have yet to play Death Stranding and Link's Awakening and play through Spyro to see if I actually would get an opinion change on the controls.
I've still got a couple games in my backlog, at least in my Steam. I need to play.
I still need to play The Messenger.
I think I have that on one of the services I got it for free on, but I obviously haven't gotten around to it. Probably Twitch, Prime, Amazon Games thing. But in that case, it would be tied to my dad's Amazon account. So yeah. Because they removed Twitch games and made it just Amazon games.
Yeah.
And you can't log into multiple accounts on Amazon games. But
oh yeah, one system that we're going to get into starting with next part, once we get into the extra stages, civilians that we can save. They'll all usually be tucked away in little pockets that you gotta discover by breaking walls or floors.
So it's like saving the Reploids in X5. I want to say.
X5 onward, X5 through X7. Though thankfully these civilians cannot die.
Well, that's why I specified X5 because there's no nightmare virus bullshit.
I still need to get those games out of storage. I have X5 and X6 I was able to get those as physical copies. It's just that X5 is missing the manual. Yeah, X6 is like practically complete in box. Just no shrink wrap or anything.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm going to be the bearer of bad news.
Also, it's just like, the nurse is just like, we know the female robots look nice, but please respect their privacy.
Wait, what was that about?
I don't know where I was going with that joke, and it probably just sounded better in my head.
God help us, you end up running into a robot with handlebars.
Oh no.
I'm probably going to hell for that joke.
Oh. Hello, mysterious cloaked citizen.
I hate the internet decided to ruin that word and make it be like, oh, it sounds like that one word that you need a pass to say, oh.
What?
Let's not talk about that.
When I want to say nega, I mean negative.
Oh, well. People,
Yeah.
get over yourselves.
Yeah.
It's just the other time, sometimes people pronunciation it just really do not work. The Mario and Sonic Olympic Game series immediately come to mind.
Yeah.
That's it. Thinking about it, that's probably the reason why. That's probably the reason why we also haven't seen that character ever since. It's just because of that.
Like, they could have just renamed him to Eggman Negative.
I was about to say a name and it was gonna sound so fucking stupid. It was about to sound so fucking stupid, and you were all gonna be like, "Shut up." I'm just gonna put it in the live commentary chat. Actually no, I shouldn't even put it in the live commentary chat. I'm just first and foremost gonna DM this to Giga first.
Oh yeah.
My brain is like so half sleep deprived. I was about to say that on camera, and I think I at least going to be, I at least stop myself before I said that.
Eggman minus. Oops. I dropped my chapstick.
Okay,
so now we have the Maverick select. So now we can actually use our currency.
Yep. With Nega, we can buy new burst techniques, and with Nurse, we can buy enhancement chips.
Yeah, with our actually valuable Bitcoin.
Just going over each individual mission, just highlighting them real quick.
Alright.
This one I'm assuming is named Adlib.
No, you'll see what their names are as time goes on.
Yeah. I thought the music one would be named Adlib.
Oh nah. Her name's Wave. But yes, next time we will begin hunting down the rebel circuits.
We shall see you then.